Sign Finger, good morning, my brother. How's it going, man? There you go. Okay, sorry for you guys on YouTube. I had to delete the bot. And let's do 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hello, Kish Krishna. Good morning. 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Quickly getting coffee, guys. And then we begin. We're gonna make loot tables today. We're going to make loot tables. Hello, you guys. I hope you're doing. I hope you're doing good. Hope you have a good day so far. It's Friday today, isn't it? Oh yeah. So, I have some positive news, guys. It's making loot tables in the kitchen. No, I have some positive news, guys. Looks like my work is getting better. Looks like I'm making progress. So hopefully, no, not sponsor, no. That would be even better, yes. But no, sadly not. However, I feel like I need to look up something. What about the Gothic 4 release date? Gothic? No, Gothic 1 remake. Release. Oh wait, it's 2025 now? Wait, did they... They said 31st December. Ah, okay, so 2025 now, I see. Sad. Okay, I was expecting this, to be honest. Sponsored by Bloons. Did you see the Game Awards? Absolutely did not see the Game Awards, no. Don't care. Absolutely, I don't care at all. Listen. Don't make my mood go bad, brother. It's bad when game devs don't live up to the release dates. Cakez call.
Gotcha, bitch.
No, for some reason... You have to put a release date when you're putting a demo up. Amateur, and thank you very much for following, sir. Alright guys, today we're going to do loot tables in the game. Is this gonna be awesome? Give me a second. Apparently a new trend to bring actors and hip-hop simax to a game release conference. Yep. So that's why I didn't even bother watching. Why would I? It's a shit show. It's just a shit show for celebrities now. So I don't want to be part of that shit. Like why? I wouldn't even be able to pretend that I like these games. And so it would just be a negativity fest. You know? So yeah. Anyways. Let's just make our game. You know? Then when we know we're working on something great. And that is the most important thing. That is the most important thing. That we work on what we want to work on. And nothing else. We don't need to watch the Game Awards. In the future, maybe we can make our own game awards, you know, guys? That would be awesome if we could do that. The competitor to the Game Awards would be a beautiful Clown Awards. No, it will be Indie Game Awards. That's how I could see it. That would be awesome. Fong, hello there, and hello Inukai on YouTube. It's nice your wife to have all that Santa Clown chair cover just for you. It's not a Santa Clown cover, it's just a normal Santa head. Which I forgot announced, Cakes, yeah, but in how many years? 5 years? And also, I believe that they won't be able to make a good game now moving forward. They can prove me wrong. They did do a good job with Cyberpunk 77, updating the game post-release. However, the release was a debacle, and they tried to do too much. As long as they keep with their engine, that's great. But, wait. They're switching to Unreal Engine, are they not?
Gotcha, bitch!
So that will be a problem. Sorry about this, guys. I have managed to somehow injure my leg. My entire leg is burning or hurting. I've been stretching it all morning, and it's getting better. Let's get into comfy mode. New Elden Ring Cakes. So what you're saying is, to get you right, and correct me if I'm wrong, you are saying that Witcher 4 is the new Elden Ring? Cakez, you are my favorite German after 1 pixel. So do you only have 2 favorite Germans? And so I'm number 2. Hi, hello Fong and hello Arman on YouTube. Good morning. No, separate, 2 different. No, Elden Ring is new Elden Ring. Really? Can you guys provide me the links to this? Then we will take a look at that first before we start making the loot tables for the game. And Andrew, good morning. Thank you so much for following, sir. You know, guys, what makes me happy? I've seen something that made me very happy. I don't know if you guys know this guy, but I have been secretly watching him from time to time on YouTube. Not so much on Twitch, because I don't watch many streams. But he has made a short, Roguelite today. Yes, we will watch Roguelite today, and we'll maybe even play it if we can. He has made a short. I've seen that short, yeah, because it's a good short, isn't it? He has a channel, which is Josh Strife Says. And he's been making videos on that off channel, just clips from his stream. And it's been really cool to see, because in my opinion, my humble opinion, let me move the camera a bit, because that is a little bit in the wrong location. And I'm huge. Make myself a bit smaller too. Don't need to be that big. In my opinion, he has some very interesting and good takes when it comes to content creation. Because he's been trying to make authentic content and display his opinion without lying. It's basically keeping his integrity the entire time. And I like that a lot in content creators. I always get turned off when I see someone faking it. You know, basically saying something that they don't actually mean. Sadly, I get to Tears of Kingdom Zelda, by the way, vibes from this. The Elden Ring sequel standalone new game. It's way too much reused content. Oh, I don't mind reused content, but we had that discussion before. This is the short, by the way. And I think it's an amazing short. Watch.
Some of you don't understand how big this game is. All of these little segments of the map we can travel to, and they are all individual segments with huge amounts of adventure within them. You see this little island just here, called Bethany. That island is bigger than all of Skyrim, the game. If you overlaid the maps of these games, all of Skyrim would fit on that. The world of Daggerfall is just slightly smaller than Great Britain. You can choose to manually travel to places. Let me show you what manually traveling to a place looks like. Let's travel to this town to the right, a place called Charlie. When we click begin, we will begin running to that place. Here we go. If we were to run this at normal speed, the game just told me it would take 4 hours to do. And this green section, this isn't the game. This is one section of the game. Just that section. Daggerfall is huge. Some of you don't understand how big this...
Really good shot. I like it. Pirate software style a bit with the text. Very nice stuff. I like it a lot. I like seeing that. Really good stuff. Made me happy when I saw this. I've never seen a game where a huge world was a good choice or aspect to it compared to a smaller and more dense world. I agree with you, actually. That is a really reasonable take, because the games that are smaller oftentimes offer more content, which is counterproductive, isn't it? Counterintuitive, isn't it? Because you would think that a smaller world would not be able to be so vast. But since you can put so much stuff in a small world, you can make it more exciting to explore the world. And so, yes, I agree with you completely. However, that game that he was talking about, Daggerfall, is such a old game that it is impressive how big it is for the time that it was created.
Pepe Neil homies.
That's what I mean. Cakes. There we go. So we have the Witcher 4 official trailer. Ooh, okay, so there's quite a few downvotes. Interesting. I love The Witcher 3. I did not play Cyberpunk 77, but I did hear from the debacle that was the launch of Cyberpunk 77, and yes, I have seen all of the clips. I have also seen the comparison, however, later on between Cyberpunk 77 and not Starforge. Not Stargate. Not Star Citizen. Starfield, thank you. Thank you, sir. Yeah. I've also seen the comparison between Cyberpunk 77 and Starfield, and the differences, especially for the effects and the sound effects, were enormous. And also, of course, in the conversations in games. So there is a very steep difference between the two games, and the quality of Cyberpunk 77 is just comparatively, I would say, 5 times to 6 times at minimum better. So to see them making a new game, Witcher 4, is awesome. But weren't they actually making their game in Unreal Engine now? So CD Projekt Red Unreal Engine. Are they working with Unreal Engine now? Let's see here. And I love it when my browser doesn't work, and I should probably not use... Give me a second, guys. I should probably not use this for that. I'm gonna switch over to Firefox, because Firefox is easier. It's annoying to deal with with... What is it called? It's annoying to deal with the Edge F11. From Forum Veteran, Cyberpunk 77, the director says studios switch from Red Engine to Unreal Engine isn't starting from scratch. Has this now been changed, or is this still is this still status quo? CD Projekt Red Unreal Engine. Are they actually switching to Unreal Engine? August, September 2023. That's German. Thank you very much for linking me German articles on an English website, on an English operating system, where I set everything to English except my keyboard. Thank you very much, Google. Thanks for spying on me, where I am from, and thanks for giving me results in my local language that I do not want to have. Thank you so much. I appreciate that a lot. Makes me really wanna keep using your service. Sorry. CD Projekt Red didn't move to Unreal Engine because... Okay, so that's what I was expecting. First they were eyeballing, but CD Projekt Red didn't move to Unreal Engine because of Cyberpunk 2077. Wait. Because of Cyberpunk 2077, the studio wishes to have a good partnership with Epic Games. In recent interview, CD Projekt Red's Vice President of Technology, Charles Tremblay, explained that the studio switch to Unreal Engine from the internal Red Engine was not driven by the challenging development of 77. The Vice President stated, "The first thing I want to say again is to be sure, 100% clear, is that the whole team, myself included, are extremely proud of the engine we built." Of course. So it's not about... this is so bad, we need to switch, and we need to switch, and kill me now. It is not true. This is not true, and this is not why the decision was made to switch. As far as we understand, the decision was made to switch because they needed more talent on their team, and it was much easier, and it is much easier to download. And it is much easier to hire someone that has already experience in an engine and then not having to teach them the engine that you're using because you're using the same, which is Unreal Engine. The developers shared that the studio would employ a few new strategies... A few new strategies in the future. One of them is having multiple projects in works at the same... Is that a good idea? To split your focus? Maybe if we have a ginormous team... I don't see this being a good idea. I see Assassin's Creed happening where multiple people and teams work on certain parts of the map and then they just try to connect them and the game feels disconnected. Anyways, that's beside the point. Currently it refers to Witcher 4, the Cyberpunk sequel codenamed Orion, and the new IP codenamed Hader. Tremblay explained, the way we built stuff in the past were very one-sided, like one product at a time. We pushed the limit, but also we saw that if we wanted to have a multi-project at the same time, building in parallel, sharing technology together, it's not easy. So they are still eyeballing with Unreal Engine. Another studio's new strategy is having good partnership with Epic and working together on the technology, he continued. We also help them to achieve their vision to do open world games, and also they can help us too for some technical perspectives. Recently, Jaroslav Rutsky from CD Projekt Red shared how CD Projekt has significantly contributed to the development of Unreal Engine. Read the full interview here and don't forget to join. Okay. So they are still eyeballing to go to CD Projekt Red. No, to go to Unreal Engine. Cyberpunk marks the PC gamer. Yeah, so it is still there. So they will develop this in Unreal Engine. It is. Let's see this. The Witcher series returns with a new protagonist. CD Projekt Red's new RPG saga replaces Geralt. I'm already not gonna play this. I'm not interested. I don't care. Like, Ciri is a great character, don't get me wrong, but I want to play Geralt. I don't want to play Ciri. I just want to play a good game. If it's a good game, I'm still gonna play it, but I love Geralt. Why do you have to take away Geralt from me? Spoiled? What the fuck? It's literally in the description, brother. Jaroslav starts with J like a German. Jaroslav. I think I heard Bethesda backtracked on the issue. So that must have been Bethesda then, yeah. You like playing man, kinda gay? Yeah, and? I like playing man, yeah. I like Geralt. He's an awesome character. You play through 1, 2, and 3 with him. And he's awesome. I like his character. I like the personality that he brings to the table. Not a single other character can replace him. He's, in my opinion, the most likable character of them all. And Ciri is great, yes. But I don't want to play Ciri, I want to play The Witcher. Ciri has not been facing the hardships that Witchers have been facing, which is discrimination. And so how can you make a game that is a Witcher game without that part?
No.
Without that being part of the game.
Subscribed. Big tick support for 1 year.
Klaus Greiner, thank you very much for subscribing with Twitch Prime, man. Good morning, Pai on YouTube. Bruder, die können doch Geralt nicht scammen, ja. In German. Those conversations, if the game is great, nobody's gonna care that this is, and this is rightfully so, who cares? I agree, I said that too. If the game's great, then probably no one will care. But Definitely leaves a sour taste in my mouth. Why would they replace Siri? Oh, Geralt with Siri. Sorry. I was waiting for my Prime. Yeah, cool. Thank you, man. Thank you so much. Like, you would... It definitely leaves me disappointed. Because you built... Rapport? How's that called? Rapport? Guys, when you build like a connection, rapport? Rapport, yeah. Yeah, thank you very much. You build rapport with the character. Siri can't even set a timer properly most of the time. This is a sad match. Yeah. As the playable character to lead us into a new fantasy saga. From the developers of The Witcher 3, Wild Hunt and Cyberpunk 77, CD Projekt Red gave us our first glimpse into the world of The Witcher 4, as Ciri takes on a fearsome monster called the Bauk, in his trailer pre-rendered in a custom build of Unreal Engine 5. So, remember the video that we watched, I think it was 2 days ago, about the TAA, the anti-aliasing that makes everything go blurry. Motion blur, stuff like that. They use TAA to make the trailers look 4K, but the gameplay will be blurry. Let's try to see if, I'm not saying that it will be, but if we can spot that from Unreal Engine, or if what we read from the article here, and for those of you who weren't there for that, essentially they are trying to help Unreal Engine from a technical standpoint to help them improve. So they could have some insight in 3D rendering and graphic techniques that allow them to make these images very clear and with anti-aliasing in them, without having to resort to TAA that makes it very blurry in motion, because blurry in motion makes games terrible. In my opinion, now that I know what it is, I didn't know what it was before, it makes you confused when you're moving around in the world because everything becomes blurry and it's hard to see what's going on. And that's essentially the side effect of TAA. So door open? No. Okay, let's see here though. Long intro. I'm sad, man. I like Ciri. Don't get me wrong. I like Ciri. I think it's one of the best characters in The Witcher 3 and all of the previous... Well, you don't really get to know her in the previous Witcher games. But man, you cannot replace Geralt. It's the main character. He was such a good storyteller too. And again, my biggest frustration is that Ciri never faced the discrimination that the Witchers faced. She is not a real Witcher. She never underwent the transformation. She doesn't have the eyes. She's not a pure Witcher like that. She's a queen. She's supposed to rule the world from the Emperor. So how can you make a Witcher game of her? The Witcher was so great in my opinion because he came from nothing. You start the first game being hunted down in the rain, not knowing who you are. And so you're basically starting from nothing. And you're being transported on, what are these called? These wagons, on a wagon on the back, while you're unconscious, partially. And as you progress through the game, you're always facing some sort of discrimination against you, which makes it real. People hate Witchers. The game world hates the Witchers because they're seeing as monsters. They're seeing as being they're seeing as bringing the problems. She did the trials of grass according to the trailer. She can drink potions and stuff. This is in the future, Cakez. she would have had to take in the toxins a Witcher takes in to do a transformation, which she didn't. If they did it off screen, that's not possible because the only person that actually knew how to do it died in Witcher 3, which is Vesemir. So it's not possible that she actually is a real Witcher. And just to turn her into a real Witcher, you introduce a new character to fit your narrative? I don't know about that. I don't know if I like that a lot. That to me comes off as cheap. I play the games, guys. I played the games. I love the Witcher series, you know. I know what I'm talking about here. Didn't Ciri have everything and then nothing? Sounds worse to me than having nothing and building up yourself. Ciri always had a choice. Ciri was sent to Witcher for protection against the Wild Hunt. To Geralt, sorry, not for, I said Witcher. To Geralt. And then Geralt and Vesemir took care of her. Basically all of the Witchers took care of her. And then she started running away from the Wild Hunt. She started teleporting. Holy blabbering? Yeah, that's just the game lore. I could like, ich kann den Kotelett ans Ohr labern, bro. Like, trust me. So, I don't know, like, listen. I'm not saying that this is some DEI stuff. I'm totally not saying that. All I'm saying is that I love the Geralt character. I don't see a reason to use Ciri for the aforementioned reasons. She's not a real Witcher. She never went the truth. She never took the potions. She never took the poison. She's actually a queen. She's the child of the Emperor. And in my opinion, it doesn't fit. She doesn't fit as a real Witcher. What would fit, in my opinion, would be Geralt and Ciri together. Because at the very end of Witcher 3, you can choose whether Ciri will stay with the Witcher together with Geralt, or if she becomes the, I don't know what you call that in this world, the queen or something. Okay, fine, we'll try that. So you could choose, and then those together. Because by the end of The Witcher, there's not many Witchers left. And so they would need to find a way to create new Witchers in the future, so they don't die out. I agree, calling it a Witcher game when she's not a Witcher isn't really to the point, but the dollars they'll try and make out of. Yeah, so for me, this doesn't seem like a genuine idea, to be honest. I feel like they're trying to milk something here. However, we have not watched the trailer. Let's see. Okay, you can't do this to me. Listen, this is why I make games. This is the reason why I make games, because of that stuff. If this turns out to be bad, I'm just getting more and more confirmation bias that they're not trying to actually make good games anymore. But let's see. Let's not get too negative. I have a bias going into this, unfortunately. I'll try to become neutral now and see the game for what it is now. Okay, I'll try. Let's see. I'll try to be fair.
Dearest daughter, I've watched ye grow from a devilishly curious child into a remarkable young lass with much grace, wisdom, and kindness. Take the easy times what shape us, nay. 'Tis how we rise to face the hard times what does that for us. Ye've an heart of gold. Ye've the spirit to overcome adversities aplenty. Darling, sweeten. Today's the day ye fill out your destiny.
Who is this person? Am I supposed to know that person? Me? Your girl? No, that's some random woman. Oh, so bringing an offering. That's what it is, if it's a Witcher game. It's Mrs. Elmida.
Forgive me, daughter. 'Twere my only choice.
I shall be the bringer of salvation.
A witcher? Witcher! Whose coin did ye take? Nay, nay, you can't. 'Tis tradition. Chosen she is, by the gods.
No! You chose her.
How does she have the eyes? That makes no sense. She's not a witcher. But I guess stupid people won't care. So they don't know. It's gotta be like some rave or something. They just made her have the eyes, bro. They just gave her the eyes. Now it's something... Listen, in the original Witcher, 1 out of 10 people, and quote me if I'm wrong, because it's been a long time, 1 out of 10 people would not survive the poison. So you would have 9 dead boys and 1 that survives. So first and foremost, she would need to take that poison and we would need to see her survive and it would need to be believable. You can't just give her the eyes. That's cheap in my opinion. Sorry, but it bothers me because it makes no narrative sense. Maybe they explain the game, man. They explain the game in the first 3 episodes, in the first 3 games. Anyone that played them should know. They probably explain it. Yeah, okay. We'll see.
Back to the village. Go, now.
Nay! I must save them! Save the village!
Save yourself! Run! To shelter! To your
Yeah,
father!
the medallion is humming whenever there's danger nearby.
Run!
You drink these beforehand. I am, yes. I love Witcher. Why is she not teleporting? She can teleport. This should be nothing to her. Well, she's teleporting now. Teleport.
You cannot change anything.
She's teleporting in Witcher 3. We can compare this to the first Witcher trailer in a second. I think it's okay. It's a bit too much talking. Every monster politely waits to be killed.
She were to go to the woods. The chosen one. His tradition.
Oh no, no, no.
And now she's gonna get angry? Witchers don't have feelings. I wonder.
It's all we wanted. For her to go to the woods. To go to the gods.
Gods?
Now she's angry. Doesn't really fit.
There are no gods here.
So you're a Witcher?
There are only...
No, I played Witcher. It's like my life, brother. You got a problem with that, bitch? Huh? You have nothing that you like? Hmm? You want to call me out on something that I like, bitch? Huh? Fuck you.
Monsters.
Bitch, ja. Give me a second. Was? Man, my baby always laughs, is smiling when she sees me, man. She's always smiling. Cute. Ah. Ah. Ja, kann ich machen, alles gut. Give me a second, guys. We're gonna watch the first Witcher trailer. It has less.
Warum? Weil ich das nicht geschafft habe? Immer noch nicht. Wertschätzung machen.
Okay. Alright. Du musst mit der Ecke rausgehen. Passt das nicht? Geh mal kurz. Okay. Ja, bitte, alles gut. What does your wife think of Siri? I don't know. She doesn't even know what Siri is. So let's listen to this to the end. Learn more about The Witcher. Learn more at thewitcher.com. Or something was too fast. Let's not read comments. I want to be completely unbiased with comments. I am biased because I'm disappointed. But let's look at Witcher 1 trailer. And then you guys will see the... 7 minutes? The Witcher Enhanced Edition trailer. I think that's better. So the reason why I was saying that she was talking too much is because they are similar. The trailers are similar. Number 1 is similar to the trailer number 4. But you'll see what I mean in a second. That's not the real trailer. That's not the real trailer. It's not actually the real trailer. It's not the real trailer. Okay, so that's why so many people downloaded this. It's actually not the real trailer. Okay. Fine, let me do this. I don't like that they didn't tell us anything about the reason why she's now a Witcher. Yes, they didn't. Of course they didn't. Is this the real trailer? Yeah, it's long. Okay. That's the real trailer of 1.
His name was Geralt of Rivia. He was a witcher, a professional monster slayer. An unusual contract to lift the curse that held a monarch's daughter. It was enough to spend the night with the princess, dusk till dawn. If only she were not a deadly beast, a striga. The traitor responsible for the curse became the bait.
What I don't like about modern trailers is that they use voice and talking too much. But listen to yourself. Like the entire week, last week. Fuck, man. It's really getting frustrating if it happens like 2-3 times a week. Multiple times. Every fucking time, man. It's so frustrating. I'm not streaming for 8 hours or 10 hours. It's just 3 hours, 4 hours sometimes, man. Like, fuck, I'm so mad. Bitte mach die Türen zu, bitte. Bitte. Das ist das Einzige, was ich will. Das Einzige. Nur die Türen zumachen. Oh, man. The comparison is lost because of the disconnect now, but it's fine. Man, it bothers me, man. It's not a long time. It's not a long time, you know? And I'm pushing things backwards all the time. It's just, man. Get a door like Choo Choo Charles, yeah. God, man, it's so frustrating. I'm sorry, I need to calm down for a second. It's really frustrating to have this happen to you almost every single day. Oh, man. I can't sit down for like 40 minutes. Oh, man. It can't be that difficult, bro. God. Cakez only played Witcher 3 tutorial. I'm so angry they didn't tell me the whole story of the game in the release trailer. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Like, you can deduce what is probably going to happen in the game by knowing the previous games, Mr. Pai Pai. So it doesn't matter if the trailer didn't tell you why she has Witcher eyes now, which are, by the way, these yellow eyes with the black lines here. They did in Witcher 3, Cakez. One of the endings is Ciri choosing to become a Witcher. She's choosing to become a Witcher, but she cannot drink the poison because Vesemir is dead, who was the only person that knows how to do it. You are wrong. She chose to live as a Witcher, just like Geralt. But she will not be a real Witcher because they don't know how to do it. Don't you understand? That is why the impact of Vesemir dying was so big, because he was the last Witcher that knew how to do it. And that information was lost with him, which made his death so much more impactful. She's a Witcher that will be part of the story. So, like, you are wrong. I know what I'm talking about because I played the game. Maybe he found his diaries. Yeah, so you want to introduce such a weak plot point? Come on, man, that's cheap. Of course I can introduce... I know that I can write this so easily. Like a toddler could write this. Is this good writing, though? In my opinion, no. It's dog shit writing. It's absolutely atrocious. It just serves as a narrative to push their own character forward. It doesn't make any narrative sense. Because the weight of the death of a character is then useless. Almost. Now it's just a faint memory of a nice dad that had no real value. He had value in the game. You're taking that away by making it obsolete afterwards. Don't you understand that? Like, listen, so this might be a little bit over the top, but for me, like, when I play RPG games, and I'm a big RPG nerd, I'm looking for these things. Okay? It seems dumb to have the whole Witcher knowledge in a single person. That seemed like a bad plot point. The Witchers were hunted down. Are you dumb? There were many, but they were killed. That's the entire point of the Witcher series. Do you not understand? Listen, man. Bro, you don't know what you're talking about. People hate the Witchers. They hunted them down. Maybe it's still Geralt just transitioned. Oh my god. Yes, bro. Oh man. I always expected Ciri to be a Witcher. Again, you don't have to like agree with me on this, okay? I'm like hardcore when it comes to this. I love the original story and the games, which is why I'm so affected by this. You know, and I'm the first person that wants Ciri to be a Witcher. For me, the ending choosing to be a Witcher was the greatest ending, and I chose that too. Because I love the idea of Geralt and Ciri going together to be Witchers and then training others to become Witchers. And I wouldn't even be sad if these two then together found a way to become and make Witchers again. I wouldn't even be bothered by that. But just giving her yellow eyes and then maybe putting in a flashback later on telling that, oh, Geralt died unveiling this mystery of Vesemir and he had to, whatever, stay in the unknown realm and die there forever or whatever. That to me seems like it's cheap plot hole just to have Ciri as the main character. Sorry, it's cheap. It's cheap and weak. And it already tells me that the game's gonna be dog. We don't know that. Yeah, they can do anything they want because it's not in the books. That's the point. And the moment you stray from the books, watch Game of Thrones. Hey, Mr. Collector of Stuff. But this is the original trailer. Sorry. Long intro. He drinks it before the fight. Number 1. God, that looks so awesome. Holy shit. Performance enhancing drugs, yeah. That's what I mean. Number 1, she doesn't teleport in the trailer. Number 2, she doesn't use any of the senses like the Witcher has. You see how he heard the thing moving down there in the crypt from up here, and he knows what's happening now. That's what it means to be a Witcher. They basically have the senses of a dog, but they have like crazy senses. It's not showcased at all. It's just the struggle of a woman against the beast with the typical shitty AAA trailer. Sorry, my opinion, honest opinion. I don't know what they're doing, but these people have gotten so stupid and bad with these trailers, they don't even know what they're doing. Look how calm he is. That's a Witcher. I care a lot about lore, you don't know. You don't know me, man. You've seen me for 3 years. I'm 34. Trigger. Yeah, that's the trigger. Look how calm he is. That's a difference. Obviously it's an old trailer too, yeah. It's obviously old. The energy is truly... Of course it's different, yes. Because he's the hunter now. You see him as the hunter, and the beast is careful. It's hugely different. You can see him how his senses are, like he's calculated. It's much different from just the struggle. I don't know what I'm talking about here. can do muscle ups like that. Yeah, that's supposed to be witches. Again, they had to go through a rigorous trial to get to that. And 9 out of 10 boys die. Which is the price they pay. And then they get discriminated against. This is dog shit? No, I don't see how this is dog shit, bro. This is amazing. He can't kill her, that's the point. This trailer's not shit. What are you guys talking about? He can't kill her. What's the point? Because the monsters are infecting the world. Establishing the character is what you're getting to now. Awesome trailer. It is awesome. I don't know what you guys are talking about. I didn't see the new trailer. I made food beforehand. The point is that he cannot kill the beast, but it's his main job to do so. New trailer is not way better. New trailer is just some mindless struggle. It goes on forever. Yeah, because it's a narrative. For those of you who played the game know that this is the daughter of the king. And she just saved her.
Though gravely wounded, the Witcher lifted the curse and gained fame. The world changed with the coming of the Great War, the time of the sword and axe, the time of disdain. Geralt of Rivia disappeared, all but forgotten. But that's another story.
No, I'm just saying the inconsistencies, you know. And the first trailer is just... Guys, you have to understand, Witchers are emotionless beings, okay? You lose your emotions when you undergo the transformation. So he cannot show any emotion. He cannot show fear. He cannot show struggle. Because he doesn't know what that is. That's the point. I thought the new trailer looked kind of cool. I think the new trailer is just... dumb. It's just, oh, we bring a cute woman or girl to be an offering. Let's save the woman, struggle through the beast, and then be angry that the woman got killed anyways. And now we're angry. That's the plot point, man. Come on. Don't be stupid. Stop eating shit, man. There's no deeper meaning to this. Anyways, whatever. Again, I don't hate Ciri as a character. I think she's awesome. I liked Ciri in Witcher 3. She was one of my favorite characters there. And we'll definitely, if the game comes out, we'll definitely try to play the game and go in unbiased. What I've seen so far is a little bit disappointing, however, because I know where the game came from, I know the story, and I've played all Witcher games. So, for me, this seems like a cheap trick to have you play a female character that is not really a Witcher. You can change things up. People don't like change, and I can see why I'm reacting that way too. However, it's one of my lovely franchises, and it would be the same for me. It actually would be the same as going in, taking Gothic 1, taking the characters of that game and changing the character, the main character, which by the way is this guy right here. Changing this main character. Wow, that's a terrible image, man. Can I get some good image here? Yeah, there we go. Changing my lovely character from Gothic 1 to this. And that wasn't even a woman. That was just some whiny ass bitch character that was angry that his family died in a raid. And now you play this whiny piece of shit that is complaining all the time. No one liked that game. Let's see, Gothic 4. Let's see. On Steam, well, 6 out of 10. Yeah, mixed. Holy, yeah, 57%, of course. Terrible game. He cannot kill the monster in the trailer because it's the daughter of the king. I forgot the name. Who is the king again? The one with the crown, right? The one that gets killed in Witcher 2. It's not, what's it called again? The king that gets killed. King dies in Witcher 2. Foltest. There we go. Yeah, Foltest. Foltest had a great story about family being killed in the raid. Fable. Oh, sorry, Fable. So anyways, it is vastly different. Maybe it's still good. Okay, I'm willing to give it a try, but I can see the plot holes already. And someone in chat wrote earlier that they found the machine to make Witchers in Blood and Wine. Great, but the knowledge is still lost. You have the machine, but you don't know how to operate it. So the knowledge is still lost, and Vesemir was the last one that could do it. And the whole point of Witcher 1, by the way, for those of you who don't know, now I remember, is that they stole the ingredients to make Witchers from the Witcher laboratory. It's in the very first opening scene. So they couldn't make Witchers anymore, for that reason too. So there's all kinds of plot holes that would need to be filled for this to make sense. I don't understand how you can say that Witchers have no feelings when you played Witcher 3. I know, Witcher 3, Geralt says that he loves either Triss Merigold or he loves... what is the other character? Everyone knows that character and I always forget names. I'm so bad with names. The black-haired woman, guys. I remember the black-haired woman. It's like the main... Yennefer, sorry, yeah. I don't know why I keep forgetting these names. I'm really bad with names. Hello, Christopher. Did I say hello, Christopher, already? Good morning. He says that he loves them, which is a sign of feelings. Yes. That is an inconsistency. Yes, I know that. Man. Well, we'll have to see. We'll have to see. Just came in, hope you're doing fine. Oh, I'm doing fine, I'm doing fine. It's just another franchise of mine that's hopefully not being destroyed by greed. Let's just hope
Peggy
that.
16.
Let's just hope that, you know. For those of you who are wondering why I get so worked up over this, well, because that's the reason why I make games. That's the reason why I started making games. Elden Ring Night Rain Revival Gameplay Trailer. Reveal Gameplay Trailer. Wait, they already have a new Elden Ring? Or is this pushed by Sony now? Launches PlayStation, Xbox, PC and digital in 2025. Is this an expansion to Elden Ring or real Elden Ring? Because it says Night Rain Elden Ring. It's more DLC, so it's not new Elden Ring. Well, let's see here. It's a spin-off? Alright, let's see. It's not inconsistent, it's in the book too. What I mean by that, it's inconsistent that when the Witchers have no feelings, how can they say they love someone? How can they show affection? Which in my opinion is, that's not enough, that's not explored enough in the games.
Peggy 16.
Looks the same though? Yeah, of course. I mean, it's the same engine. Oh wow, what is this? These are ginormous creatures. Yeah, that is Elden Ring. Awesome. Ooh, ice. Oh no, that's fire. I thought it was ice. Okay. Cool. I love Elden Ring. We still didn't play the DLC. I need to get to that. By the Namco Entertainment. Okay. From Software. Giga Ultra Godlike Chats. Okay? Giga Chats. C++ engine, in-house engine, multiple bangers after bangers after bangers. Better than CD Projekt Red. 100%. That's a grace. Is it dying? No? Maybe yes?
Seekers of redemption. You were chosen. Thrown together by forces beyond their control.
Okay. Oh, we know that guy. Yeah. I hate these guys. Is this PvP? I don't know what you guys are saying. This is Elden Ring. That's a DLC. What is this?
Tragedy must be averted.
Wait, we know her. That's Milena. It's not Milena.
And for that, I need your help.
Milena. Isn't it Milena? Shit. I'm terrible with names. Sorry. The Maiden. Isn't that the Maiden? What is her name again? This is a standalone Elden Ring with focus on co-op. I don't have any friends.
Tragedy must be averted.
Milena, yeah.
And for that, I need your help.
Yeah.
Stand tall. The night is far from over.
Who's pushing this?
Little pillager. Bent on sacking the lands.
Ooh. He's back.
I will swat away any and all who dare approach.
Yeah, look at this eye guy.
Band together and prepare to claim. The life
Wow.
of the Night
That
Lord.
looks crazy. Okay, so it is a DLC. You need to buy Elden Ring for this, don't you? Because it says Elden Ring. Mr. Almeida, thank you very much for gifting a sub to Collector of Stuff. And Tuz DJ, thank you very much for subscribing. They are doing co-op to attract more casual players. Witcher 4, we watched that before. Yeah, the Game Awards. Let's see here. You guys said something about Witcher 3, which is something that I probably got wrong then. So they do have feelings, they just suppress them for the job. Okay. So that means they can show feelings. It's just that they pretend not to have them. I would need to read up on this more. I find that interesting. Hello there, my man. Good morning. Tusha. Good morning, sir. Geralt is fighting his feelings the whole game. The humans who discriminate says that they don't have feelings. Which makes sense. It makes a lot of narrative sense that they would say that, because then... that makes a lot more narrative sense, because then... You know how the Nazis in Germany... They were trained to see other humans as something that is not an actual human, like something lesser. That made it easier for the Nazis to then do these heinous things, because they didn't see them as humans anymore. That was part of the training. And so when you see a group of people discriminate another group of people pretending that they have no feelings or any other thing that you could imagine, that's them coping with their decision to treat someone else badly. If you think I'm kidding, Sony confirms interest in Inquisition. Yes, literally happened yesterday. So we have talked about this before, but there's more to this than meets the eye, unfortunately. And I think the best video on this, let's stop soon, because I would like to really do the item lists, the loot tables. I have seen this. Sony has confirmed its approach to acquire From Software parent Kadokawa weeks after a report claimed that the company was in talks to buy a media publishing firm. The reason for that is because there's another company, and he explains this much better. Don't do it, Penguin Zero. Okay, wait. I think this is it.
I think if From Software doesn't...
No, so that's not it, but it's the second one. There's another company that is trying to take them over, and so they're now going to Sony to be saved, essentially. Where's this? Where was this? I can't find it now. Saved by Sony? Yeah, wait. Don't do it. And then I guess they're going to do it. Yeah, look at this.
This is embarrassing for me to say out loud, but I'm just going to rip the band-aid off. I'm only human. I know it's cringe. I'm ashamed. I wish I was something more, but that's the truth of the matter. That's the brass tacks. I'm just a simple mortal.
That's
just like
the
all
actual
of you,
story.
only shorter. Though I prefer to call myself fun-sized. I smile when I'm happy, I frown when I'm sad, and today I'm frowning, because From Software seems to be going into Sony's clutches. A lot of information has come out since I covered this story a few days back about the parent company of From Software, Kadokawa, being acquired by Sony. A move that I think would potentially ruin FromSoft's spotless record.
Me too, yeah.
From Software has been under Kadokawa for a long time, and under them, they've been able to produce some of the best games we've ever seen, at least in my opinion. It's my favorite genre.
Just wait. They need to be saved. Just wait. It's crazy, the situation that's happening there.
Series, the whole Souls genre, is so near and dear to my boners, and I don't want to see anything jeopardize that quality that From Software has been able to deliver, and I truly believe under Sony's umbrella, there is a chance it gets shitified.
Yeah, I think so too.
Shitified. Yeah. Sony has a proven track record of being very hands-on, putting their fingers in the pies. They go into the kitchen with the cooks and pretending like they know better with the recipe. We've seen it multiple times, and trust me, I know Sony's not just one person. It's not, you know, Paul Sony at the head of it pulling all the strings. I get it. But Sony, as an entity in the gaming space, has some high highs and some very low lows. And recently, it's been a lot of lows for Sony in gaming. I'm not going to keep bringing up Concord, but I just brought up Concord. You're welcome. The point is, and Helldivers too, I will never let that go.
To this.
The point is, I just would like to see From Software continue to operate the way that it has been, because I think they've been operating optimally. And a few days back, it was reported that Kadokawa, the parent company of From Software, was in talks with Sony to be bought out by them. A move that I was not necessarily, you know, getting excited for. You wouldn't catch me ripping my shirt off like Hulk Hogan going ballistic celebrating. So I was a little concerned, and I was hoping that maybe the talks would fall apart, like maybe I'd put in a phone call to Kadokawa and beg them, grovel at their feet to not do it. A lot more information has come out since that. And also, I didn't even recognize just how big Kadokawa was, even outside of gaming. From Software is a component of Kadokawa, but it's not the biggest part. Kadokawa actually has a massive publishing arm. They are huge for manga. Anime. And Sony has already shown that they love monopolies, such as the whole Crunchyroll Funimation debauchery. I'm not going to get into that. Sony, with a Kadokawa purchase, would not only give them FromSoft, which of course hurts me down to my very soul, but it would give them like a fucking stranglehold on manga, at least to a certain extent. They wouldn't have all of it, but they'd have a sizable chunk of that market. They would have like publishing manga by the fucking nipples and a titty twister with Kadokawa under Sony. And as I said, I think consolidation is not good. Like having everything in the world be owned by like a few mega corporations, like super giga corporations, is atrocious. That's a bad future. And it's looking like this is kind of gonna be a done deal pretty soon, because this new information actually shows that it was Kadokawa going to Sony asking for them to purchase them, not the other way.
You see that? Kadokawa going to Sony. They're going to Sony. to purchase them. But why are they doing this?
Around. The lore starts to become thicker than a bowl of oatmeal as we get introduced to a new villain here, Cacao. So, Kadokawa had actually been pushing
Korea's Cacao Corp. Watch.
Sony towards a purchase. There was fear that Kadokawa would be subject to a hostile takeover from the South Korean company Cacao. Now, I'm not going to sit here and cosplay Smart Man and pretend that I know anything about Cacao. This is the first time I've ever...
I don't even know anything about them either, and I don't know how a hostile takeover could even take place. But that's the point why they actually went into the discussion of being acquired by Sony.
Heard of this company. I know butt fuck all about them. Only what I've looked up. And they are massive. Like, they are a huge company. They got the nuts over there. Like, that company doesn't have a great reputation from what I've read about, but they have a lot of power and they got a lot of doubloons at their disposal. And it seems like there was claims of a hostile takeover of Kadokawa by Cacao. And Kadokawa did not want to be owned by a foreign entity, thus they approached Sony with this offer of buying them out. According to Bloomberg reports, they'd both been going back and forth for a number of years, with the former wanting Sony to make the full purchase, whereas Sony was really just kind of interested in the strategic investments in anime and video game IP. But Kadokawa is sticking to their guns saying, no, you get the whole kit and caboodle if you want us. So it's Kadokawa that wants Sony to buy everything. It also mentions that Tencent, Cacao, and Microsoft all expressed interest in Kadokawa. It doesn't confirm that they wanted to fight off a foreign entity, but it's very heavily implied, and mentions that this purchase would be more about the anime and manga that Sony would then have in its media.
So that's why they're going over, and he goes a little bit more into this, but that's the big fear, and that's why they're actually going to Sony. And so basically, if I had to take this Cacao Corp, which I have no idea what that is, it seems like they are doing some shady business if they're trying to do a hostile takeover. So that would probably destroy From Software even more than Sony. Both of these choices are bad, but I'm a little bit more at ease knowing that it will only be Sony and not this Cacao Corp. So yes, now they have confirmed it, which means they're acquiring it actually, which is not great, but not terrible either. Cakez Corp. Auswahl zwischen Pest und Cholera, yeah. It's not looking great for From Software. So in my opinion, the best outcome from this would maybe be that From Software disbands, creates a new studio that's completely independent, indie studio, with the people that are important in the company. So all of the important people leave and they make their own independent studio. They can no longer make Dark Souls, but they can make, I don't know, Light Souls or something, you know, a different Souls-like game. Maybe that's what's gonna happen. Hopefully. I mean, maybe Sony doesn't touch them at all, but this co-op game being, I don't know, maybe that's something From Software wanted to do in a long time. It does not spark my interest as much. It looks kind of cheap, I have to say. It's not like an Elden Ring. Sony aren't stupid. They will milk the flagship. Yeah, I know they're not stupid. Welcome back, Mr. XYZ Studio. Hello. Missed the stream yesterday, but I'm back now. Welcome, sir. That's awesome to hear. Awesome to see. Hope you have a great day so far. You didn't miss anything. Cakez followed a 20-minute YouTube tutorial yesterday and only needed 4 hours to finish it. You're wrong. You're totally wrong. I didn't follow a 20-minute tutorial and only needed 4 hours to finish it. We did many more things yesterday. You're totally wrong, bro. Anyways, that was a long sidetrack. I really got... Oh, man. Just make a good game, okay? I will play if it's a good game. If it's a good game, I will play. I will miss Geralt, but why can I not play Geralt, man? I want to play Geralt. It's a different game, I know. That's a different game, the new Elden Ring. There you go. Sounds illegal to conspire against your employer like that. Just mod the game. Yeah, hey, we just need to mod the game so that it is Geralt in the game, and then we need to ask the original voice actor for Geralt if he could voice act the lines. Smart. Actually smart. I'm pretty sure someone would do that. I'm pretty sure. Day one, someone will do that. 100% sure. Will get weird for the 18+ scenes, Nails. I think it would actually be funny. Ask him to voice act your main character in the Cakez Gothic game, Cakez. Oh, if we have enough money by then, I will definitely do that. Yes. That is one of the best voice actors in the gaming industry, in my opinion. True, true. Oh yeah, AI text to voice to replace all Siri text. Smart. Yes, we will use AI. Really good idea, guys. Ha! Why? God damn it, man. I love the game. Why you gotta do that to me? Why do you have to change things all the time, man? Best voice is Morgan Freeman. Fine. Maybe the game's good. Okay? Maybe the game is good. Copium. Copium! Copium! I wish you hadn't shown me that trailer, man. I wish I had just said, I'm gonna take it later. I'm gonna watch it later. It's fine. Why would I watch it now? Let's watch it later, you know. We've got something to do. We would have done the loot tables already. God damn it. Fine. Let's do loot tables in 1 hour and move on. We're gonna do loot tables in 1 hour, speedrun. And then we will look at Code Rad's demo version. He has sent me a lot of messages, a lot of data, and we will also try to play the game. If I have enough time, I will play Code Rad's demo version, or maybe we play it in the beginning. You don't have time to play anyway, Cakez. Your backlog of games is longer than your to-do list for your demo. The moment I can pay someone for YouTube, I will be able to play the games the way I want to play them. I have so much great content planned that I want to do. I'm just not getting to it because the game currently takes precedence and I have to limit my streaming time to 4 hours at most. Anyways, okay, my brothers, let's begin. The way we start, like always, is we do a save point in the game. So git add, git commit, -m, save point, before loot tables. So, what I did in the beginning, git push. Chat's mom is fat. What I did in the beginning was I had requirements on items. To give you some background, in the game when I place a unit, I can, let's see, let's use the console. Unlock all items. Oh my god, it just works! Look at this console that we did yesterday. I just unlocked all the items, bro. Look at that. It just works. Ooh, isn't that awesome? I hate the blue text input. Don't give a shit if you hate the blue text input, bro. I love it. I love it. Okay, sir? Cheater? Yeah, of course I'm a cheater. So, the way this works, or the way I envisioned it before in the game that will now get changed, is I had tier 1 items. You can see them right here. And if I spend money to upgrade my character with that particular weapon, I can now give him tier 2 weapons. Okay, so let me give myself some money really quickly. If we take... okay, wait. I need to do this a bit smarter. If we take this part here... Oh, also let me unpost donations. Thank you, guys. Notifications.
Sag.
No, it's when they spawn.
Damn, this is actually looking good. Easily
make sure to check diff first. No, I know that this is what I want in the game.
Am I so out of touch?
Does Tangy lose Q1 effect when you buy T2? No.
Big tick support for 6 years.
Experience. Whenever I finally have
content you planned, it is original.
Whenever I have something visually pleasing,
I can give you something original.
Newton Morgan Gigabitch.
Am I so out of touch? No.
Mr. Elmido is gifting 1 sub to the community. Fuck Cakez Bask.
Hey. That's really toxic. Alright. Amazing. Ja, genau. Dankeschön. Vielen Dank. what I have in the game here, and there's more tier 3 down there. The reason... wait, let's start this again. The way I intended the game to be played and unlocked first was that this particular item here would have requirements that needed to be present on the character or unlocked before I could find this item. So for example, in order to find that item, I needed to have this item already unlocked. So I could never get a tier 2 item unless I already had a tier 1 item. And why I did that was because I didn't want to have a scenario in which I had no tier 1 items, but I had already unlocked a tier 2 item, but I could never get to the tier 2 item because I have not unlocked a tier 1 item yet to upgrade my character to tier 2. If that makes sense. Because in tower defense games, of course, you first buy tier 1 and then after that you buy tier 2. So if you had this item before this item, you can't use it. That kind of sucks. So to keep that in mind, what I need to do is have loot tables on enemies, but scale these loot tables accordingly so that I have 90% of the time, 99% of the time, I already have quite a few tier 1 items unlocked before I find a tier 2 item. So, and that would mean that I need a bunch of units that first drop tier 1 items and cannot drop tier 2 items. Our first units in the game are rats, dark rats, golden rats, undead rats, ill rats. And then we get to crawlers, dark crawlers, and this is as far as we have progressed to the game. The next enemy that I will introduce is probably a golden crawler. And the idea is that the golden enemies are very likely to drop items, while the normal enemies are very, 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 very unlikely to drop items, but they can. At like a 0.001% chance. Very, very rarely, but it can happen. That's... I thought that would be a cool touch. You getting lucky sometimes from normal monsters. But you will most likely find items from these golden monsters. And so if this is the first golden monster that I introduce, then he can only drop tier 1 items. And even more so, the second golden monster that I introduce, or enemy that I introduce, can also only drop tier 1 items. And I can... It will be a very long time before I drop tier 2 items. We will obviously have to balance this as well. But let's begin with that. So for example, the golden rat. Let's select that here. Actually looks kind of nice, I have to say. The golden rat will probably drop all tier 1 items. I'm just gonna make it drop all the tier 1 items that I have in the game at a distribution that is equal to all of the other items. So the more items I have in the loot table, I will just divide by the number of items, which gives each item their own weighting. And so the way I thought I would do this is with what I call a loot table. And table is the key word here. It will look like this. Do I put it here at the top? I guess we do. That is a const item. What does it give us? Item ID array. Loot table array. So a 2-dimensional array essentially. Where the first one indexes into the enemy count, however many enemies we have. And then the second list is the actual list of items, and that will just be determined by the compiler. So for example, Hopefully this works. What did I do wrong? No. This works. But this doesn't? Do I need to set... Don't I have a 2D array here somewhere that's already doing this? No? So I have to supply a size here. Okay, let's say 100 then. Do I actually have to supply a size? Okay. 100 is definitely too much, but let's say 52. Okay, and now I need to gather all of the tier 1 items for the golden rat. So that would be enemy, rat, gold. That has the following loot table. Let's see here. I know, let's just go to item scimitar. I know that. And then just collect them all. So we have scimitar. Then we have tier 1 swords like those. We have this and tier 1 bows, yes. Tier 1 mace. Which, by the way, I don't use yet, so we'll have to see where that goes to. Leather helmet, evergreen helmet. And accessory tier 1 too. There you go. Holy, that's quite a few items. Okay. You're gonna do this for every enemy? That will be a long list. Yeah, but some enemies I can just copy.
Oh.
Oops. And the reason why I put it in its own list is because it's better for my overview. I'll do that. I would do that and have done it before with item collections. So your loot table would consist of opt-in item collections and drag and drop chance on top. So what you're saying, Mr. Super Cool, what I'm doing here is good? So what you're saying? Capital J? Just use J? Capital J? J? How many years have you been studying in C++? Studying? I've been making games in C++ for 4 years now. And this is my first big game that I'm working on. Just use capital J. Yeah? Now, okay, so that will be the enemy gold. I wonder if I can do 2 of these? That would be too insane, right? Can I do that? Ah, that doesn't work, right? Nah, okay, so I would have to duplicate this list. Press Shift J. Oh, I see. Shift J will remove the new line. Thank you. I appreciate it. I didn't know that. So I would have to do this for all of the enemies, right? So enemy ill. Let's see, we have rat, fast, ill, undead, and gold. Rat? Or maybe I just don't give them anything. Why not do it the other way around then? Item to enemy? We'll have to see. Guys, I need to go to the bathroom really quickly. Sorry about that. 1 second. It's the coffee, guys. It's the coffee.
Compared to his shader, I'm pretty sure his one is way more complicated than mine, but we'll see.
Again! I fucking dodged! Tell me, this is bugged! Wow, I got to round 5. That's awesome. He must have tripped. No. Tough choice. Hey, Akutanio. Good morning. Don't you want to add weights to the items? Do all of them have the same?
Am I so out of touch?
chance to drop.
Shrupter just subscribed.
Yes.
Big tick support for
You're right.
27 years. Less than 3.
Yes, you're right. So I would need to add a weight to all of these items. Which is a little bit more difficult to do. Thank you very much for subscribing, Shruptor. Let me see. I didn't think about the weight. Now they all have the same drop chance at the moment, and I don't want that actually. How do I do weight? I mean, it would be item and weight. "27 months, it's crazy." Yeah, it's more than 2 years, man. Thank you very much, Mr. Shruptor. Use creature level as a modifier or the own character level. Look at the last Superku message. Enemy ill, loot table default, 80, loot table magic, 20. 20% chance to get the magic item. So what you're saying is I would need to have item ID array. Loot table 2. Which is max items, I guess. Maybe someone drops all the items. And these would all be different loot tables. Int pool ID, fill an array with 15 items. Fill an array with 15 times. Item 1 sort, for example. Now you get the item pool ID random 100. That's how Diablo 1 did it. Int pool ID 100. Fill an array with 15 items. With 15 times the iron sword, for example. Now you get the item via the loot pool ID. Random int. So what you're saying is, can't items drop more than once? No, they can only drop once.
Yep.
Why would I drop an item already twice when I already have it? Hello, Mister. Hello, Bezio. Good morning. And so if an item that drops that already dropped, yeah, we have to take that into account too. That's so bad. So let's think about this. We need to give each item weight. You can generate a span percentage instead. If the generated number is that span, then you know which item you have. So let's see here. Const tier 1 items. I'm programming something. I want to test it. Maybe that works. Tier 1. Armor cap, green cap is 0. Armor tier 1. Maybe this works. Tier 1 mace. The idea is that I give every single item a weight and then I just count up the weight numbers of all of those items. And then look where the random number lands. To make an item twice as likely to drop as other items. For example. Ice staff is also 1. So these are all of the tier 1 items. And I'm thinking of doing this. Okay. I have these items in the list. And that's what it looks like. And then what I could do here is, for some items, I can set the weight so high that it will always drop. Or that will always be there. So for example, let's say the rusty sword has a weight of 1,000,000. Now the rusty sword is... How much is this? 100,000 times more likely to drop than all of the other items. Because the way that would work is the following. And I don't know what that is. What is this called? Item or weighted item. And then we have an array of weighted items. Loot table. And so for the red we have the tier 1 items. Please tell me that works. Oh, it doesn't work. Okay, wait. Maybe we can do an array then. Then I would need to change that. Wait, no, wait. It's an array that has dot count of... Oh god, that's annoying. I cannot assign an array, that's the problem. I guess I would need to do this then. It will work still. Hashtag define. Or does that work? Hell nah, C macros. You need... I know, I need the backslash. I'm just testing if it will work. Still does not work. Separate the new lines of macro with backslash, yeah. Weighted item is not the same as tier 1 items. Yeah, wait, I need to think. Does Cakez need a pointer? You think I need a pointer? To arrays? I don't know. We'll have to see. We're still building this. Making good progress. Hey, who cares? Good morning. Remove this. Define tier 1 items to be a weighted item array. Or can I do that? Still doesn't work. Weighted item does not refer to a value. Define tier 1 items, blah. Access elements in the scalar initializer. This should be a JSON file. Well, I mean, it's fine. We can also do this. But then we don't know how many we have if we use a pointer. So we could do an array. But that's annoying too. Because then we wanted to say .count. I only wrote 4 words and you got it wrong? What do you mean? What do you mean? So what you're saying is... So what you're saying is there shouldn't be a comma here. Doesn't change anything. You kept weighted item in there. Damn, that works. Actually, it actually works, guys. But why is this complaining here? Why is this complaining? It says something yellow. Requires white space after macro. Will be done in 1 hour, huh? Well, now we have a way of doing it, so we can just say tier 1 items. I like this a lot. Okay, thank you, Mr. Collector of Stuff. Now, it is a C macro, yes, but look how easy the loot table becomes then. Look how clean this is. And now I only have to change this one list here whenever I need to add in another item. Does this actually work though? Oh my god, thank you so much. Bro, I need to get doors that close themselves. Can you guys see that? There's a door there, isn't there? Mein Schatz, kannst du die Tür schließen? Mein Schatz? Kannst du die Tür schließen? Kannst du die Tür schließen?
Hier?
Ja. Man, like... The other room was better. I mean, I distracted my wife from sleeping, but at least there wasn't like a million people going through this fucking thing and leaving both doors open, man. Oh, man. 1 million people, one person. You guys have no idea how much that bothers me. You have no idea how much that bothers me. Because like I ask nicely every time and it gets forgotten every time, man. It bothers me so much because like I've asked like multiple times, man. Buy a bigger house. We can afford a bigger house, bro. What are you talking about? Buy a big cardboard and sit inside it like PewDiePie in 2016. I mean, that would look weird. Buy a smaller house with no door. Maybe automate the doors. Okay, which one did I forget? The undead, right. Like, It's fine. God, it bothers me. Cakes, once Zoe grows up, train her to close the doors as a game. There we go. Okay, so now these items have loot tables, and now we just need to give these... Here's what we could do. You missed the space before the equals? Oh yeah, I did. Sorry. Mr. Cakes Fudge. Thank you. That's good. Okay. You know, remember to breathe. 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 Cakes, remember to breathe. Remember to breathe. Remember to breathe, you know. Yeah! Okay. Open the door so you can have the fresh air to breathe. Guys, is this actually possible here? Is this actually possible to do this? What would you guys call the following? What would you call the following? You have a list of dropped items that can happen on a drop chance. I replaced all the hinges in my house with spring-loaded hinges because everyone would leave the doors open, even the front door, like they are trying to heat or cool the outside. My power bill went down like $200 the next month. Wait, you have a power bill that is 200 plus a month? Milk cow. Hello there, sir. Or is it in the office? Was it in the office? Then that makes more sense. When you have like a huge power bill there. Guys, what do you call this? Item drop? And then you do this. Oh my god, it works. It works. So what am I doing here? I'm giving these a drop chance. So guys, am I seeing this correctly? That an integer value for a chance to drop an item is better than a floating point value? Because it's more deterministic? So what I could do here, an item drop is... We could even do like a const, but that would probably be like a const expression. Drop chance max. That's an int. Is... Or we do a drop chance and an int drop chance max. And so that would be 1 in 10. Would that be easier? To give it these two values? Than to have a global drop chance maximum? I was thinking of a global drop chance maximum of 1 million. And then I could say, okay, well, a drop chance of 1 is 1 in a million. Won't make a change in your case, I think. Floats are easier to tweak. Yeah, but let's say I have a float like this. Float drop chance is 0.0001f. Now I still need to convert that to a float. I still need to convert that to an int. In order to roll, when you're rolling, you need to take the drop chance, multiply that by some int value to get an int, which you would then need to roll against like a random number from 0 to, I don't know, some number, and then check against that int value. I don't think floats would be easier, guys. I think floats are bad for this. Because floats have inaccuracies. Why so low? Why not 1.0? Because an item should not drop 100% of the time. If a float is 1, then it's supposed to be 100%. And if I use values that are greater than 1, then I should use integer values. Random float less than drop chance? Yeah, less than is the problem because of floating point inaccuracies. So I'll probably do this because then it's easier for me to say, well, it will drop 1 in 100 times. 1 out of 100. 1 out of 10 is much easier. And so I guess I'll do max. Then I can also say, yeah, int max drop chance, or let's see, drop chance, and then what the drop chance, and then the I don't know, what is that upper value called? Is that the max drop chance? Let's say 1 out of 1,000. divisor. Define item weight ID, weight equals weight. Item ID is ID, kappa. My biggest complaint about floats is how much of a pitta if it becomes the right tests. Floating point values are not great to test, yes. So over here, then we can say for each of these... Ah, god damn it, give me a second. It's still an item drop. Why is it complaining then? Okay, so that works. Good, then we do this. Whatever. I guess you can't mix them together. That's fine. I think you usually get a random float in the range of 0 to 1 and then check if the chance is higher. Yes. But I like using this with ints. Because for me it makes it easier to balance that than a floating value. Because you need to operate on epsilons. Which is annoying. You can do that with integers, but then the range would be 0 to max drop chance. Yep. You do that exact same thing with integers. So for example, on the golden rat, I could say that 1 in 100, or let's say 1 in 10, drops me a chest. But all of the other enemies, they drop me 1 in 1,000 maybe. And 1,000 enemies, by the way, is still not that much. And so maybe the Dark Crawler, we could say 2 in 1,000. He has twice as much drop chances as all of the other ones, but they're not spawning as many. Maybe, right? I think this is much easier. Or you're selecting one element from the drop list at random, but weighted based on the drop chance. Downside with using ints that it's you can't go lower than 1 in case that you have to make all other things bigger. No, I don't. So number one, it's very easy for me to tweak the drop chance of a particular unit now. If I think that the crawler spawns too many, let's say I tested 1 in 100 and I was like, okay, so the crawler drops too many items, I could say now he drops 1 in 10,000. I think that's reasonable to do. I think that's really easy to do and you can have a good overview. Maybe we need to exchange those two values to have the drop chance and then the max drop chance first. So then we can say when we read it from the left to the right, it says 1 out of 1,000 and not 1,000 out of 1. So 1 out of 1,000, 1 out of 1,000. Whoops. Hello Soulform, good morning. Cakez is working on something productive that contributes towards gameplay. Bad? Yeah. Yes, sir. 1 in 10. 1 in 1,000. And then 2 in 1,000. You could also do float chance. 1 divided by 100. Yes, you could do that too. But I don't know, how accurate is this? How accurate is a float chance, guys? Can I use floats here? Or will I get into floating point imprecision on very low values? Will this be a problem, guys? Will this be a problem? Can I even do this? Million. I don't think I can use this as an integer. Isn't 4 billion the maximum of int? What is the maximum value for int, guys? Is it 4 billion? Depends on the bit width of the float. Yeah. It should be good as long as you're dividing by an even number. Unsigned, yeah. Unsigned int is this. Okay. Wait, this is longer. Is it? No, it's not. Yeah. Okay, thank you guys. 32-bit. Yeah, 32-bit, not 64. 64 is much bigger, I know. We're talking about ints here. $2.4 billion or similar, but you can attach an L to make it long. Yeah, you can do an L in front, I know. Okay, I mean... To be honest, I don't like floats. I don't trust floats. I do not trust the... Gib mal her. It's an Eskimo. She's cold, yeah. Not anymore though. Lass es. Thank you. She closed the door. That is bought in oversized to at least last a year, of course. Price tag is still on the code. Yeah, because she's thinking of returning it because it was difficult to put on the baby. You need more than like 5 or 6 decimal of precision, or? So that's the point, Mr. Solform. I can do either 1 divided by, let's say, 10 million. Right, that would be a float. Or I could say 1 out of 10 million. And then I just roll an integer value to 10 million. And it's perfect. I'm scared that the floating point imprecision will cause me issues. Because the lower I go with the number... I'm gonna use integer values, guys. I'm gonna use integer values and let's just move on, okay? If a floating point value sucks, then... I see what you mean, integer is fine here. Let's just use integers. And then if an enemy dies, we're going to look at their loot table and see if they have any items. Which means, by default, the drop chance needs to be 0, because that would be our indicator that we are not dropping any items. If it's not defined in this list, the drop chance is 0, which means the unit is not dropping any items. So let's see here. Enemy being dead. Let's see, do I do this here or later? Attacker, intervene, handle damage infliction. I think I do this here properly. Probably, sorry. Boss mechanics. This is boss stuff. If we kill the enemy, mark as dead, set the killer, add oranges. If it's an enemy, this is the revive system. So that needs to be a to-do list. By the way, to-do, revive system remove. Revive system remove. So these are all of the different skeletons that spawn. And that will happen in the revive system. Use a single quote to break up the number. Oh, that works, Oshi? Really? How much does the baby cost? You still have the price tag. You can't buy the baby, bro. It's too expensive. Component boss, mini boss, does a chest drop. Here's the chest drop. And here is the dropping gold. There we go. Okay, so let's see. We need to try to drop loot. Ow. And then we will drop the chest. And the chest will give us the items. And then we will gamble on those items. Ow, man, my foot hurts. So, let's see. Let's try to check this. If, let's see, int, drop chance. Let's see, random range from, let's see, item drop, which is target dot enemy type ID on item on the loot table on the enemy. That gives us an item drop, does it? Or what does it give us? Item drop. Ah, okay. Gives us an item drop. And then we random range from the item drop dot drop chance to the item drop dot max drop chance. Wait, that would be from 0 or 1? From 1, right? Yeah. We random range. Random, it's int, random int. And if the random int is less than or equal to the item drop dot drop chance, this is when we want to do a drop. Item drops. So we tried to do an item drop. It didn't drop me any items. And so if it did do one, then we now need to change the chest drop, which is not just a position, but it is item IDs. Maybe a pointer? Or we just give a chest drop based on the maybe we do enemy type ID, and then we can always get the loot table from there. So we do chest drop, that is dot position, which is this. And then dot, brother, I saved that. Are you stupid? Enemy type ID is target.enemy type ID. And then that will allow us to get access to the chest drop after that. There you go. Hello, what's up? Good morning. And then we add that chest drop to the game. And then if we click on the chest, next is in-game chest open. So in-game chest open. If we have opened a chest, this is all of the glow and blah blah, darkening and window content. There we go. So it's the open chest. Gather item choices. So this is what I did before. It is a long thing. We have items that is not unlocked yet, which heroes are placed. So what we need to do here is find out if we have any item choices. So can we unlock any items with this chest? And that's very easy. Yes! So all we need to do, yeah, yay, is, do we have the reference to the chest? Cakez, good morning, happy day. Hello, Mr. What's up? Good morning, sir. Half-Life 2D game console as and favorite. Have you tried Skull before? Sokol before. I have not tried Sokol before. So what we need to do now is very easy. We need to save which chest we opened. Right now the chest is just in an array of chests. Let's see. Mark this here. Update and brother. Update and draw chests. These chests, just look if we click on them and then we push the modal. And so then we remove the chest. We need to put on the game state. Open chest. Maybe, no, not open chest ID. Some sort of loot table. Enemy type ID. Let's loot. How do we call it? What if we call it like this? Loot enemy type ID is chest drop dot enemy type ID. So we need this loot enemy type ID on the game state. Let's put that here somewhere. To this probably obsolete. Show hero stats, buyback view, rename hero, yes. User skill activation is bad. That will probably be needed. Debug animation time is probably also not needed, and weapon data is probably also not needed. Yeah, tutorial queue is important. Let's put this game state. Let's put it here. He's coding. Yeah, Pogo. Yes, yes, I am. So now we have the loot table and we removed it. Only open one chest with one click. Yes. And then let's mark this with B and jump back to A. Here is where we need to do glow behind, blah, 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 velocity, stuff like that, darken, content. This is where we need to do the enemy, the choices. And that is a for loop. Item ID. Item ID in. Let's just get the item drop as a const. Reference. Item drop, which is loot table on game state. Loot enemy type ID. And the item drop. Dot weighted items. We get ourselves, that's not an item ID, it's a weighted item. Reference that we do not want to change, so it's const 2. I love this. And then what we need to do is, if the, and that's a weighted item actually. Let's just call it item. If the item dot item ID, if that's unlocked, then we skip it. So if game state, or do we have the save state here? We don't. So game state, save state, dot unlocked items on item.id or item ID, then we continue. So basically that means the item is unlocked. Skip. Yeah, of course it puts in 4. And then if it's not unlocked, then we obviously are going to add that to the item choices. But we also need to add, instead of an item ID, we need to add a weighted item there. Because they're not all the same, they don't all have the same weight. So our item choices need to be weighted. That will be something that we do later. And we actually also are going to do an int max weight, which starts out at 0. And the moment we add an item to the list, item choices dot add item. Hopefully that's not a reference then, and it just copies this. Then we do max weight plus equals item dot weight. There you go. Let's just continue. I have a question, but we can do that later. If animation time is 0, item choice is clear, it's a static, and then it looks, if it's full break, yeah, we could do that too. Skip unlocked items. What is this? What does the arrow mean? Which arrow? You mean this? The arrow means that I'm referencing a pointer, which is... Do you know what a pointer is? It's bit pixel? Because I would need to explain to you what a pointer is first. Yeah, it's a pointer, so I need to use the arrow operator. And a pointer is just, it is a piece, short farming incoming. No, I think that's... Pointer is an address, yeah. Pointer is... Yeah, well, I need to ask him first, like... Because I have a nice idea on what to want to say what a pointer is, but yeah. I already have that short. On the list. Oh man. Guys, my leg is just destroying me. I'm not familiar with the concept. My brother make fun of me that I can't do anything with OpenGL C++. He says that I can only be able to draw a cube and move them on screen. And he also says that he can do this from editing. How do I prove that OpenGL is cool and I can do many things in OpenGL? Well, have you told him that Stardew Valley is made in OpenGL? Or that Stardew Valley runs on the OpenGL? OpenGL in the background? Or have you shown him other tutorials of OpenGL online? You tell him just wait, and then you just continue and make a good game in OpenGL. Have you followed learnopengl.com, Starley? Have you followed this right here? You can do some amazing stuff there. Even like 2D stuff, 3D stuff as well. I don't know where you are, but you're just at the beginning. Obviously, it's not that impressive comparatively to, let's say, a video editing software, but you will be able to create worlds in no time. With OpenGL. Show him Vulkan, he's gonna be blown away. No, Vulkan is not the right approach here. Because it takes like it takes 10 times longer in Vulkan to get anything meaningful, while in OpenGL he already has a cube. You want him to write like 1,500 more lines of code just to get a cube again, then he will really get made fun of. You know? Let's see, so we need to check if the animation time is 0 and then do that. Fine. Okay, we clear the choices. Then we have the for loop. Can unlock item. Yeah, this can unlock item, so this is gathering the item choices. We have an item, scripting event, unlock item, that's the scripting event to unlock that particular item. Gold multiplier. And then if we have unlocked items. Okay, so basically this entire thing will need to be deleted. And this is where we need to choose the random index out of the items. And so this is where we do a random int. There's a random value, random range from 1 to max weight. And now we need to go through the list of items again. So we do a for loop. Weighted item. If the random int is less than the item.weight, less than or equal, plus accumulated weight, then we have our random item index is item index. Or then we break. Otherwise we do random item index plus plus. So that what is the accumulated weight? If it's not, we do random item plus plus and accumulated weight plus equals item.weight. Or we can do accumulated weight plus equals the weight of the item, then we can just use this here. And then we save ourselves an operation. Hello farmer, good morning. I only used the new method, but with something that's not empty. I don't know how to explain it in Java. I can explain a pointer to you in a second. Say him that the lib Minecraft is using OpenGL. I say him, bro, you will not be able to convince him because he doesn't see anything firsthand that you created. I think the best thing that you could do is not listen to him. OpenGL, if you learn that, you will be really smart in the future, more so than others that have never tried to take their time and learn it. And you will be able to solve problems that others won't be able to solve easily. And you might even have a game that you can sell in the future if you take your time now to learn it. And so I wouldn't listen to him at all, because you are currently doing something that very few people are doing, and your brother is stupid for not encouraging you. Okay? You need to take that to heart and continue what you're doing, because you're learning something valuable. Whether that be OpenGL or something else. It's really important. You're doing something good. And there are many games that are written in OpenGL, very successful games that have earned millions of dollars. And he just doesn't understand it. That's okay. Just, you know, you can ignore him. Or, yeah, just ignore him. Don't call other stupid Cakez. I think his brother has a YouTube channel and we don't talk about other creators. You know, my leg hurts, bro. Don't care. My leg hurts. The entire leg is like Strahlen damage out. Scripting tutorial, unlock first weapon. Yeah, we can keep the scripting. Goodness, man. Hi, Cakez. Hey, Shintai. Good morning. Good morning. I'll give you some honest advice. Read the documentation. Twitch is entertainment. Sit alone and read and think. Good luck. Bro. I wanted to finish this first, but okay. I feel like the documentation. So a pointer in C++ is this. C++ pointers, you can think of it like this. Let's say memory is a big array with a lot of slots, and that is endless. You have endless amounts of these slots. You have an endless amount of these slots. And a pointer in C++ is basically just an index into one of these slots. It indexes, let's say, into this slot right here. And then you can interpret this pointer in many different ways. So for example, one of these slots is 4 bytes big. That is the... Sorry, not 4. I'm stupid. I was thinking of int and then managed that. Is 8 bits big, which is 1 byte. So that is a bit.
My man, thank you for $5. I want my entertainment. Keep streaming, yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Peter. I appreciate that, brother. God, my foot hurts. Thank you so much, man. I did so many projects with Python, never needed them. Hashtag scam. Nobody needs pointers. And so this entire array is chunked into 8-bit slots. And you can then create a pointer into one of these slots and interpret that pointer differently. So a pointer essentially is just an array index. It is an index into a very large array that has millions of slots. And that index can be interpreted in many different ways. So for example, we can have a character pointer. That will then read one of these slots, aka 8 bits. We can also have an int pointer. An int pointer is not 1 character or 1 byte. It is usually 4 bytes. So you would read 4 bytes and interpret that as an int value. A null pointer, yes, null pointer. A null pointer, guess what? That's just 0. Indexing into 0, the memory address 0 cannot be addressed. It will throw you an error. That's why it's called null pointer. And so when you have a pointer to a big structure, God, my lag is killing me, man. Like, for example, a pointer to a game state, that is just a pointer to a lot of data. All of these different components added on top of each other. You can see here boolean, boolean, float, int. And so a pointer to a game state would most likely encapsulate a huge chunk of this ginormous array. That would be a pointer to a game state. And of course, it will point to the same location if you're using the same pointer. So think about index when you think about pointer. This is not gonna be a short, but just try to explain pointer. And if it's not bad, why do I need this, brother? You need pointers to memory because every program that runs on the computer needs memory to function, and it will allocate the memory for you in this ginormous array. So if you want to access that memory, you need a pointer to point into the memory. You need to know where in memory you put your data. If you're using a programming language that does this for you, it is hidden from you, but it's still happening. So a programming language like Java will give you a game state, and you can use it as a singleton. That will be somewhere in memory, and it will just use the pointer hidden from you, but it's still using a pointer. It's still looking at the same memory address. What makes you decide to use pointer rather than a reference? If I need to check for null, or if I need to allocate it using the heap. And so, for example, here the game state is a pointer. I could use a reference too, but a reference can never be null. And so oftentimes I need to check if the game state is null, then I need to close the game or do something else. I cannot turn that into a reference. I could, but I have a specific setup in my game where this pointer will be able to change its number in a different memory location, and then I need to change it back. But like, that's so deep, I don't want to go into this because that's like a setup of mine. But usually I use a pointer for something where I return stuff. So for example, and yes, that can be done with a zero entity too, but get entity by ID is a function that returns me a pointer, because then I can just check the entity. Did I get 0 back, or did I get something bad that's actually tangible? I will return a null pointer if I don't have an entity that I found, if I didn't find an entity, and I will return an actual pointer if I found an entity. And so checking for null here outside this function when calling it is a very easy way for me to tell, have I found the entity that I'm talking about? For example. I prefer const reference 9 out of 10 times. Also, you can, yeah, it's what do you call that? What do you call that? It's preference oftentimes too. When I use pointers, 1 object or array too large for the stack, more than 4 kilobytes, pass by reference into a function, modify, need to swap out data fast. It's okay to just manage pointers correctly, which you probably won't, but anyway. Shut the fuck up, okay? References can't be rebind and you can't take the address of the object. And 00 neither, so references will never be null. Man, my lag. If you don't need memory manage, you will either memory leak or Stack Overflow. If you don't memory manage. Yeah, you can even Stack Overflow in something like Java. Yes, that's possible. Of course. All right, where was I, guys? Let's begin here. Here. Scripting tutorial. If we don't have the scripting tutorial, we go for this. And we set the random index, by the way. Is it -1 in the beginning? Well, we have... Yeah, we're gonna use the Boolean. Let's see here. If item dot type is the rusty sword, then we found the item. Oh, I see. Then a random item index is item index. Random int. Random item index. Found first unlock is true then. We break out of this for loop and then we do the SM assert and we complete the scripting event. God, man, my lag is killing me. Holy. Found first unlock. We complete the scripting event. Cakez, raw dodging pointers like a chat. Raw dogging pointers like a chat. I don't think pointers are that big of a deal, to be honest. Unlocked item type. Game state, unlocked item is true. Okay, I think we have now successfully make sure to never overshoot. Oh, dot item ID. Dot item ID. Is there more stuff? We unlocked an item. Dot item ID. I will have to rework how the animation for this is done. So that is something we will probably do next week. The animation right now is kind of stiff, but I think we have now properly selected an item from the item list, and I want to test this. Hopefully this works. Clear. I want to get rid of this for now. Scripting tutorial. And then just see if I always get the same item. Or very likely getting the same item. If my weighted item list works or not. That would be awesome if it did. Okay, we need to play until we get a chest. And a chest, we now need to make the loot table. The golden rat needs to drop an item 10 out of 10 times. Let's test if this works too. Man, was it that easy to add loot tables to the game? We just need to get to... Uh-oh, I don't have any items unlocked. That's bad. Okay, I kind of need to cheat then, because I can only place units. Let me fix the UI quickly. This is dark, even though I can unlock an ability. Display upgrades. Abilities. Content. Advanced. There we go. Abilities. If there are no abilities, upgrade skill tree. Here. Upgrade cost. I think these should show up. Huh? That's odd. Why are they dark? I'm confused. Did it not build? I agree, but writing concurrent code in Rust, writing Rust or at all is a time-consuming process, which I think would be overkill for Cakez, for example. I think indie startup devs need to excel in speed and get a product out. Bugs are part of the game then. Huh? Why is this dark? Let's see. So I do a choice. Why is it making it dark? Seems reasonable. It's not hot. Heading color. Glow. Button. Oh, I see. But then it makes it dark because I can't spend enough oranges. I guess I'll put an upgrade cost on 0 then. I see. Wait. Yes, so over here, if I put a 0, then that should work. Please tell me that works. Huh? Bro! Are you kidding me? I have some problems in sprite rendering. I follow your tutorial, but I have some problems yet. Yeah, it's not easy to set that up. I'm pretty sure you can do it. If you have a lot of problems, you can post on Discord and programming channel. There will be some people that can help you. Alright, let's see. F11. F11. So why is it drawing this? Upgrade cost? Aha, so it's 1. Shouldn't it be greater than 0? Greater or equal to 0? Maybe it's free, right? Maybe it's free. What if I do this? Okay, and then I put a skill here. So, for example, shield orbs. That gives me yes. Nice. Perfect. I like that. Okay. So, we slowly uncover the cost. Nice. Yeah, I think that was nice. That was good. Let's play the game then. I probably have to cheat to get past some of these rounds. I also think that maybe the golden rat needs to be introduced earlier. Because I have nothing to upgrade. Or maybe I just start with upgrading the abilities. So this guy gets shield orbs. Which, by the way, I think is too overpowered. Oh yeah, we also get the wizard when we play normally. And we also have another ability that we can get. So let's get this one. And these guys, oh, they don't get affected by this. Great. So I have terrible placement. Uh-oh. Looking good. Now we can place another one. I think it works out in the end. We can give them all upgrades. They get very far. Wow, cool. Ah, there's the chest. Okay, so if I did everything correctly, 99% of the time, I should get the what is it called? The iron sword. I know what the problem is, okay? You got the dot. I know what the problem is. Item choices need to be filled properly. If the item ID then we continue. Number 1. We don't want to have any false items in there. Okay, so now it should work. We got a withered scimitar. Okay, maybe we just got unlucky. Ruby necklace. I'm not getting my item. I'm not getting my item. That looks so cool. Thank you, man. Thank you. I'm getting the iron mace all the time. Where's my rusty sword? Wooden sword. Bruh. Why? I add the weight of the item. So why is that not... I'm so confused. So what I'm doing here is item.weight. I'm adding the item.weight to the accumulated weight. Okay, so 100, 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, 1000. And then one item has 1,000,000. Aha, that's the last item. There was more items than 10. I feel like... Tier 1 items, yeah, here. Rusty sword. What about the wooden sword? The scimitar and the ice staff. It only added in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. It should add in 19 items, not... It should add in 19 items. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Also, what is it doing here? That shouldn't be happening. Random. Oh, I see. That's bad. Ah, wait. Accumulated weight. 300. Random int. What random int do we have? Oh, 70,700. Actually, I think it's doing it correctly now. Yeah. I think it's actually doing it correctly now after I deleted that code. Can you purchase the item infinitely after getting it? Or do you need to drop one for each upgrade to do? Once you have one upgraded, once you have one weapon, you never need another one. Let's see. What do you mean index out of bounds? 19, that sounds correctly. Random item index? I'm confused. This should just be an int. Okay. Wait, but then that random item index, where do I need to use that? Here. Do I need to use this down there too? Current item? Oh, I see. I see. Do I need that down there too? Will it work? No? Still not. I feel like I coded this badly. Okay. Now it should work. Okay, now it will work. Bro, you're not supposed to do crispy meat, brother. It's always getting crispy meat. I think my calculation is wrong. It's always crispy meat. But it should be the rusty sword, not the crispy meat that it's choosing. Because that's what I wanted to drop first. Which index are you choosing? I mean, I like crispy meat, I have to say. The RNG gods want meat. Oh, I love this, man. Look at this, guys. We now have loot tables in game. Keep trying, just unlucky. Let's see, why is that happening? Oh. Max weight. Item drop. Cakez, you made it math. Item drop. Or maybe we just call this drop. Random int out of max weight. We add the weight here. Let's just see. So, crispy meat has 100. Green apple. Iron ring, ham, teacup, ruby necklace, emerald ring, leather helmet. Item, iPad, goggles, helmet, Santa hat, cape, mace, iron sword. Why has iron sword not a weight? Oh, it's a rusty sword. What is iron sword? What is the difference between rusty sword and iron sword? I don't think I have iron swords in the game. Huh? Okay, I'm back. Sorry about this. What is iron sword? And even if it's like, it should still use a rusty sword. Let's see. Iron. Iron. Huh? Bro, it literally says iron sword, bro. Ah. Armor pierce? Oh, I see. It's a different type of sword. And then rusty sword. So rusty sword should have like a weight of 1,000,000. It does. So elements. Crispy meat, green apple. With that scimitar. Item choices. Wait, how does item choices already have the ice staff and the iron sword in it? I don't understand. How does item choices already have this in? Oh wait, it has the rusty sword at the... Should have the rusty sword at the bottom, but it has the iron staff here. Huh? I'm so confused. It should have added the item rusty sword right now. Why do I have the item ice staff at the bottom? Ah, wait, because my count is 15 and we are currently here sitting at 15. I see. Yeah. Okay, I get it now. Why are you hardcoding these items? Wouldn't a JSON or a script or something like that be more readable, expandable for DLC or bonus content in the future? This code right here is JSON agnostic. This code right here basically is the code that happens when I drop an item in the game, and the data that I'm reading here is something that could be supplied by a JSON file if I needed to, yes. But the code here wouldn't change depending on how I read the data, because I still need to go and collect from a list of items one item based on a drop chance or based on a weight value. And that weight, whether I read that from a JSON file or from the game itself, inside of the game, in a structure or something, is not... That doesn't matter. I still would need to create a list of items, loop over the list of items, accumulate their weights, add them to like a possible choice, make sure that I don't use already unlocked items, or maybe items that are dud items that have not been implemented yet. And then operate on that. So this has nothing, like, again, this is whatever, yeah. So this is it, yeah. All right, now we have this. Let's see, item unlocks. And then we have our maximum weight, which is 18 items and one with 1 million, yes. And then we get a random int. There's no way this is 0, by the way. Which is 380,000. So, give me a second, guys. I programmed accumulated weight. Is the random int less or equal than the accumulated weight? Yeah, I mean, that should work. And so we start out with the first. Accumulated weight. Wait. Okay, let's try that again, this time correctly. So we start out with 100 accumulated weight. And the item that we're looking at is crispy meat. Now the random, let's go do random. Random item index. Iron ring, teacup, necklace. We also should probably take the random int here. Random int. Santa hat, green cape. Mace, iron sword. And this is where it should go. This is when it should go and say, okay, the rusty sword. Item index 15. 15 in my book is the rusty sword. Gotcha, bitch. Yeah, it does work. Go in here. Break. Now our random index is that. Unlocked item type. Unlock the rusty sword. Good. And then? I don't understand. Selection window, animation time, random item index, modulo item choices.count. Previous item index is 18. The next item index is 2. But mine was 50. 15. Huh? Random item index. T times... So that would be T0. 0 times... Modulo item. Okay, so then velocity. Okay. Previous item is that. Next is 1. Item index. goodness. So essentially as t gets to value number 1, the current item index should become the random item index. Correct? That's how I'm reading this. So that's what I tried doing here. Let's try current item index. Quickly loops. Let's see the t value here. T is 0.5. It gets slower and slower and slower. I don't know why that makes such weird modulus. Why is it 1? I'm multiplying the random item index. Huh? How is that changed? Cause it's I see it's no longer a static variable. I see. Let me think. Should it be number 1? Or does it matter? I guess it doesn't really matter. Because it will always be changed here. Yeah, I think this is fine. Okay, I think I have it now. Sorry, that was a bit confusing, but it needed to be aesthetic. Alright. Rusty sword now, please. Rusty sword. Oh yeah! It works. Finally. Oh, I'm happy. Now I have loot tables in the game. Got lucky? No, like the item is 1 million times more. The item is 1 million times more likely to drop than other items. And now watch what happens. I will spawn another golden rat in this round. Wait, when did I spawn the first round? Oh wait, I got a random chest drop. Lol. Round 7. Red gold. Okay, let's spawn another one. And now, next, oh, it didn't, oh, I see. So round 8 then. Round 8. There's another one. Oh, we need to kill the rats, though. Come on. Bro! Cooldown, I guess? Bro, how did I couldn't beat the rat. I can't beat the rat. Bro. I can't beat the reds and now get an index out of bounds? Why? Because I didn't reset the index, of course. Let's get the rusty sword here. I'm just gonna get 1,000,000 units now. For example, come on. Okay, now I should get another item, but not the rusty sword. There you go. Now I can drop items, guys. Isn't that nice? Cakez changes gameplay code for tests. Next morning commits without looking at diffs. I didn't change gameplay code for tests yesterday. No, I did not. What did I change? I don't think I did, bro. Didn't you reset it to -1? No, resetting it to -1 is wrong. It needs to reset to 0 because it starts on 0. Okay, here's where we change the text, of course. Displaying the item. Selection menu, wooden frame. Draw sprite. We draw the item. Wait, over here, item display. Glow. Menu. Bright. Content. We unlocked an item. Item name. That would be .material. Font type is font heading. My question, Cakez, no? Okay. Sad. What? Now it's using crispy meat, man. It's fine. So crispy meat. And that should be outlined. Should be outlined. Hi Cakez, do you have a roadmap in your head? Which features you want to build before the demo release? For me, it seems like there's always a new thing to add. Honest question, not toxic. Yes, I have this in my head. Do I have a feature list? Yes, but I'm loosely following it. Here. Demo to-do list. Spawn loot box, contain one weapon, find item. Introduce new enemies. Introduce enemies dealing damage. Add a new enemy at round 15, hover healer. Round 17, these things change because of the rounds, so balancing the rounds was something I wanted to do here too. Gameplay. Add more life to town, let's see here. Second font, we did that. There we go. Click, offset, editor selection, move control over glow bloom. Yes, create foliage, prefabs. Lighting system, billboard on the map, I did that. Here. More life to town, leaf particles, foliage, we did that a little bit. Tile editor, better tile placements, we did, but we are not implementing that yet in the future. That animated foliage, we have that too. Animated heroes, idle interaction, future, not doing that. Gameplay, change taunt, not done that yet. First ability for defender, global user ability. One single target, yeah, didn't do that yet. One defensive ability, defender, didn't do that yet. Defender skill tree, worked partially on this. Ranger, we did a lot of stuff there, but we are not 100% done yet, because we are building up to this slowly. Build up a first sketch, I did. 2 more staffs, didn't touch the mage yet. Healer, didn't touch the healer yet. Start with 1 hero, did do that. Show the skill tree, didn't do that in the tutorial. Spawn loot box, contain 1 items, find items. We are working on that right now. Add new hero at round 7. Mage, we have that, but currently it's around 5. But we can do a check mark here too, because changing it to round 7 is something I will do naturally. Introduce enemies dealing damage, didn't do that yet. New round 15, didn't do that yet. 16, 17, how to heal, healer. Can't really do these things yet anymore. Because then show how to heal. Show how to level. Show how to use the healer and heal. So can't do this yet because I'm currently still the rounds, like add new hero at round X. Don't know which round that will be yet. Over that round, healer. Second level, haven't done that yet, but that's easy. Boss spawning 2 times. Yes, we have boss spawning. We can add the boss spawning there. So we have a boss already in the game. So that is also a check mark. Statistics, add actions, didn't do this yet. Map keys to actions, didn't do this yet. Record actions to binary file, didn't do that yet either. And so that's why I'm not releasing the demo version this year. Because all of these things, I want them to be done to have a complete game. They're not done yet. So currently I'm working on unlocking items, item progression. So I will do these things before I release my demo. And I'm loosely following this list because I know what I need to do. Oh, so a few more days, yeah. So it's just, I need to do something. I'm gonna do it. And yeah. Oh, shit. Oh. And this one will be big as well. That one will be big. Be right back, going to eat an apple so I get lightning damage in real life. Yeah. Anyways. JK, women, Joya, yeah. Heading, we did the heading here. I think the heading is a little bit, to be honest, it's a little bit too low. Let's do -20. And then the stats, I feel like they should be in... We can draw the sprite to the left, I think that's fine. Maybe a bit further to the left. Like -32. And then the start description. We draw that in font size. Yeah, dot material. Dot font type is font small. And then that is font outline. Okay, I think I like this more. What is the font you're using? Or using different fonts. You can Google font, free font, pixel art, itch.io. I'm using those. It's a font bundle from itch.io. Like font bundle itch.io. I think I'm using... Guys, my leg. I can't sit anymore. I cannot sit. My leg is hurting. Oh. I can't sit. Actually, can't sit. It hurts so much. Like, it's the part. It's that part that I injured like 2 months ago. Maybe it's healing right now or something, but it hurts so much, man. Like it's, I don't know, I have a feeling that it's growing together. Where was this? Here. I saw it like a second ago. I saw it a second ago. Where was the font? Here. Take a look at this. From which and C1V, thank you very much for following. And the text will be -14 or something. -16, I guess. Yeah, and so that is right now what we have in order to unlock items in the game. Shit. Okay, Emerald Ring, of course, is a ring that can see translucent enemies. And also, why is that happening? Maybe the Emerald Ring has a stat that can't be read? Oof, oof, oof. Let's see. So then we need to dot a wrapping size of 50 or something. 50 is probably too low. Hello there, my man, Oliver. Good morning. Yeah, that's too bad. Let's see, 80 maybe? Mm-hmm. You should have set these things up in a grid so they place automatically. Would save so much time. No, it wouldn't, because I tried that in the past and it took me 10 years to get anything meaningful happening with automatic placements or grid systems. Didn't work at all, bro, for me. Maybe use the built-in Godot containers. Okay, bro. Guys, my leg. I can't put it on the. I can't keep it on the floor. I actually can't keep it on the floor. Ah, fuck! And now I clicked the wrong thing again. Well, at least we have loot tables in the game now. I wanted to see what the item looks like. The... whatever that's called. Green apple. Let's see here. Iron ring. Ham. G-cap. Guys, should I actually make it so that T-cap is a thing that you hold in your offhand and that you can see the T-cap being held by the tangerine? Should I do that? There we go. Okay, so there it is. Emerald ring. God damn it! I would need to make this list a bit longer. Fuck. Okay. Can see and attack translucent enemies. Let's do a Control K here. Which means also let's do make a emerald ring. Freeze chance. Number 1. And then get item data. Oh my god, really? Fuck. I can't save it? I can't load it? That's annoying. Text. Some items will be huge, so they will have a lot of text. Wait, that's a coin, though. Here, no, wait, that's the coin, huh? Coins? Money bag? Animated coins? Ah, here. The description for the item that we chose. We unlocked an item. Maybe the selection... No, wait, maybe... Where's this? We unlocked an item. There's the... Ah! Rewards window size. There it is. T. Glow. I have an idea. We put the content first and then the background. The content first, and then we can say, wait. Content first. Then reward window size. Choice size. Reward window size, that draws that. Times 2. Could be. Let's see. We can say get text size from the description, taking in material and wrapping size, like this. There we go. Back to text size or text height is this size dot y. Then that's a float. And then if text height is greater than, I don't know, 40, then height plus equals text height minus 40. I don't know if this works at all. And then reward window size. Why is that complaining now? Bool float initializer. Hey, you dumb? Choice size? So vector 2 times t? What are you complaining about? Is t not here or something? T. Huh? You dumb? T is here. What's the problem? What is the problem with this? Can you guys see the problem? Yo, hello there, Oliver. I actually said that already. Nice gambling, bro. You know what's better than gambling? Drug addiction. I'm out, have fun. Yeah, thanks for joining, bro. You look like MM Crypto? What? Ja, Alter, du verschwendest zu viel Zeit mit solchen Sachen, hättest schon längst fertiges Spiel. Shut the fuck. Vector 2 inside Vector 2. Oh, I see. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, thank God. Okay, so that works. Let's see what that looks like. Mhm. Das Spiel wäre schon lange fertig. Ja. True. Who was that? That was on YouTube. Hey, Stormrun Gaming, good morning. That item fun is awful? No, I don't think so. Getting some progress on Cakes? Yeah. But only the start, then it's instantly finished. What's physical OMG, Cakes? There's no physical OMG. It's DMG. I need to see the thing again. You know what? I have an idea. Let's give it another effect. Let's give it... Wait, there it is. Ghost detection. Leather helmet. Make a command to force the item. It's too difficult to do because it's inside the function. It's static variables inside the function. I don't have access to those. So now it's a different item, by the way. Now it's the eye patch. It's here now. I also rigged rolling my TD game. Now it's the goggles. Hey! You could also have a modifying the evaluation function that can be controlled via command. Aha. Okay. So this is what it looks like. Still not enough. I wonder why. What is the text height here? 56 for the description. The entire description is 56 pixels tall. So if this is the entire height, then half of it is 26. So we need to act on 20 or 24 already. Let's test 24. Oh, we also would need to do 24 minus 24 here. Close. It is close. But it's also, it's increasing the size on both, in both sizes, in both things. Okay, I will do the UI later. I'm happy. Like, I need to place this properly, but I'll do the UI later. This is just some boring UI work. It's fine. That's the person that the song sent me, yeah. The person sent me, yeah, Zenith, yeah. Yeah, SoundCloud now, but there are no sounds on there yet. Yeah. I need to leave. I'm sorry I couldn't do what I wanted to do. I'll try to do better on Monday, guys. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. And I'm sorry. I'll try to do better on Monday, guys. You guys have a great weekend. Gonna send you over to Jackie Codes. Bye.